Today we are checking out Lockdown by Miley Cyrus featuring David Byrne. This is a 13.5-minute long song, so this should be very interesting. We are checking this out because it won a Patreon poll, and if you'd like to join me on Patreon, the link is down below, as well as a link to my previous Miley reactions. Let's see what we have here. Very cool vibe so far. Black screen. So far, this is a pretty interesting song. I'm really into the dark noir atmosphere. There's lots of really interesting sounds in the production, and I like the sleepy quality of her vocal. It's really just painting the picture of a rendezvous in the dead of night, and David's voice complements hers quite well. It's so different, and it's nice to see that the level of production on their voices is not too intense. Doesn't sound overproduced. It still retains a raw quality. I need to listen to more of the song to know how I feel exactly about the melodies and the tune itself, but as far as production and atmosphere goes, it's hitting all the marks for me. Cellos. Getting quite cinematic. Has kind of a loose feeling to it, sort of improvisational and fluid. Really quite the exercise in atmosphere and production, this track. But we have a long ways to go. Love the sax. Wow. There's so many layers here. So it seems like there's, I'd say, almost 100 tracks in this recording at least. There's so many sounds coming in that are new sounds. Naturally, they inform the progression through their overlapping. Each tone carries a purpose, and that is how the composition moves forward. The chord progression isn't rigidly changing, bum, bum, bum. It's many different layers intertwining so that the harmony has a more natural order. It creates this very soulful, flowing emotion that paints the picture that the lyrics are trying to tell. Yeah, I love the hint of the sax. It really adds to that like noir feeling, like a black and white, rainy city rooftop kissing in the dead of night. That's kind of what I get from this song. I really want to know what her involvement is specifically in creating this song. Obviously, she probably contributed lyrics and vocal parts, but I want to know production-wise, songwriting-wise, composition-wise, like what sort of hand she had in all this. Like, did she come up with this really interesting drum part here, the snare? I'm going to pause it right there and take a closer look at the credits, because this type of information is freely available on the internet these days. So there was quite a few writers on this song, but she was one of them, and she is also credited with production. So it looks like it was a team effort. That doesn't surprise me. It really does sound like a song that has a lot of different creative influences, but they did a really good job in keeping it coherent as a single piece and not going too off the rails at any point. This particular part almost sounds like it has live drums, a live drum kit. If it's not live, very convincing. Getting a little weird now. Not a bad thing. Quite interesting. Almost sounds like a car engine. Then there's these staccato synths. Continuing that idea of so many different layers with different textures overlapping each other. Lots of combinations of sounds. Go back a little bit, because this is a really gorgeous section. This is quite the amazing song. It's very detailed and harmonically very creative. Like, really, really nice melodies. And really good sound design. You can hear this sort of wailing, sad sound there. That's hard to pin down, but it gets in your feels. Nice bit of a chromatic descent in that moment. Really wasn't expecting the song to be an extended, almost jazz/classical noise instrumental. Certainly very creative. I guess it's a representation of the general style of the album, general atmosphere of the other songs. A little bit of a more uplifting feeling here. Not so noir. I'm getting very bright. This is a very bright sound, very white sound. So it certainly has like distinct movements too. Back to the dinginess here. This reminds me a little bit of George Harrison's jam tracks. It's got that slightly improvised quality to it. But I do hear a clear chord progression here. Back to the minor first there. I'm really enjoying this. I'm living for this. It's just interesting to me that this is considered a Miley Cyrus song. You know what I mean? Usually when you think of a pop artist and their work, you're usually going to be treated to a song that is dominated primarily by their vocals. But here, we're mostly being treated to their ability to curate their taste, their creative decisions musically. This is just really cool that this is something that she felt she wanted to get out. It's such an unusual piece. It's a shame that we don't have more vocals from her because I really do love her voice. We did get some, quite reverb heavy shadows of her vocals after her more clear-cut verses at the beginning, but at this point her voice is almost completely dialed out of the situation, unless some of these sounds are actually her voice distorted and warped in some interesting way. And that very well might be the case too. Interesting how it's a lyric video with just this black screen apart from a few words. That's quite the little guitar riff there. I guess I can hear her again now. You really gotta pay attention. just straight up goes hard. Catchy. It's a shame this is a bonus track. I think it would have been quite the serve to be on the main track list. I haven't heard the whole album, but that's my instinct. There's some like really good like riffage in this song. I really, really enjoy this song. Every single moment is captivating. There is one complaint I have, one more complaint, which is quite minor, but I'll get to it once we've finished these last few glorious seconds here. Wow. I really, really enjoyed that. As I said, I was hoping to hear a little more of their voices, and this song surprised me by sort of bookending the extended instrumental part with the same verses that happened at the beginning. I think there was one new verse from her, which was a little bit more angsty and rhythmic. That was the part that I said goes hard. It was this part right here when she comes back in.
Why'd you leave me waiting so long? I've been drowning in your love beneath me. Dream my breath away till it's gone.
Love that part. I don't think that happened in the first section, did it?
Can't tell my friend.
Yeah, towards the beginning she was more focused on the smoother vocal lines. She just added that little spice at the end there with the quicker lines, the more rhythmical lines. We're putting some verses at the very beginning, some verses at the very end, and this really glorious atmospheric world that we're creating in the middle. What an interesting song structure. And not only that, but it was so entertaining. So much production, experimentation, really tasteful, thoughtful sound design, crafting very specific emotions the whole way through. We go from some darker, sadder emotions to some brighter, happier ones. Now, my one criticism is I'm not sure if the lyrics of this song really do the music and the production justice. Actually, this verse right here is pretty interesting. Drink my breath away till it's gone. Put me on your carousel, chandelier, and fairy tale atmosphere. This vivid imagery in the lyrics really speaks to the poetry of the music more than some of the other lines, like the chorus. Your love stays on lockdown, but I don't want to talk now. Like, I don't get the connection between this concept of lockdown and the music. It just feels a little bit less romantic and profound. I prefer the more intoxicating imagery of this verse here, rather than the more, I guess, flat phrasing of this type of stuff like, can't tell my friends because they all talk now. I don't know, that part doesn't seem very thought through what exactly this song is about. It seems to be about a forbidden rendezvous, but the concept doesn't feel fully formed lyrically is all. I don't think it matters too much. I mean, are you really going to complain about the lyrics in a song like this? But I think it would have been cool to have a stronger central theme lyrically rather than Lockdown. Like, I just don't get that. But it is minor, as this is really just such a heavily instrumentally focused song. And I just want to mention one last time that I do like the addition of David. The song has so much flavor anyway. I think she easily could have carried it by herself, but it's always good to have that extra human element. And the expressiveness in his voice was just another dimension to this very multi-dimensional song. Let me know what you think of this song and whether you agree with me or disagree. Be sure to check out my previous Miley reactions in the playlist down below. If you don't know me, my name is Ohakade. I'm the composer for the symphonic metal project Falcata. We recently put out a new song called Metallic Us. The link is also down below. I'd love to hear what you think. As I said, I am on Patreon if you fancy your own reaction requests, early access, and polls. And there is also a link to my full reaction database spreadsheet if you're curious about all of the other music I've covered on the channel. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much and take care.